up, you just might learn something. Welcome to Elevate and Illuminate, the Empowerment Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. I'm Jamarcus Fields, the founder and executive director of Iron Sharpens Iron WAST. That is, We Are Stronger Together, where our mission is to equip and empower at risk youth and justice involved individuals for successful reintegration into society. Um, it's good to be back. Episode 1 last week. We had a good kickoff to the season. Uh, and tonight will be no different. We're going to engage in some powerful conversation. Um, and to my guest for tonight, and I'm going to give him a chance to introduce himself before we jump into this conversation. Floor yours, bro.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Michael Hart, aka some people call me Swish. Uh, I did 21 years and 10 months, and I'm all about reform, man.
Okay. So again, we like to make this as interactive as possible. So, just a FYI for everybody, the chat room is open. So feel free to jump in the chat. Um, any comments, questions, anything you want to bring to the conversation, um, put it in the chat and we'll definitely bring it into the conversation and address it and we're gonna get this thing popping. I see you, Darvis, I see you, Misty. Uh and so that's what it is. So um, you say you did 21 years, 9 months. Uh, how long you been home?
Well, let me clarify. I did 21 years and 10 months, and then I got revocated in uh 2020, and then I did 4 straight. I just got home in December 5th of 24.
Okay. Okay. So coming back out this time, I know everybody's journey is different in how we move. So, how was your reentry back into society, and I asked that question. Let me give a little context to the question and the way I'm asking it, because we went in at a young age. You know what I mean? So coming back out here, like life is kind of, we have a different paradigm and a different perspective on how we live life now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like coming back out here, a grown man, business on your mind, success on your mind, trying to put that past behind us. How was your reentry coming back out here?
Um, I had a smooth transition. Uh, Fortunately, I got a lot of support, so it was a smooth transition. But when before I got revocated, it was a little rough because things had changed so much. Because I was 19 when I first failed, and when I came home, I was 42, and it was like the Flintstones going to the Jetson era. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
things was moving so fast for me, and my transition was kind of, I was doing the right thing, but it I still was struggling a little bit at first. You know what I mean? Trying to figure it out. And when I finally got to figuring it out, I got revocated. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, so that's the thing that even made me ask that question, because I'm paralleling my my own journey and my own reentry, going in at 18, coming back out here at 44. I like the way you described that Flintstones going into the Jetsons, because that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah.
It almost felt um like I just got placed in the middle of a different planet and told to
Correct.
figure it out.
Correct.
Because a lot of us, like when we left, cell phones didn't even exist. You know what I mean? So coming back out here, you know, we behind the curve.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know that could be a bit daunting. And like back when we left, like having a felony even on your packet
Was terrible.
was it was terrible.
Terrible.
Like
Absolutely.
it seemed like there was no hope for bounce back.
Yeah.
Now one thing I can say is today, there are a lot of available resources, albeit a lot of people don't know about these resources. It's
Mm.
a lot of resources that are available to individuals
That
coming back
want it.
out
That
that
want it.
want it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it takes that drive and that initiative to go find it.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people just like that. So that's why I asked that question, man, because it had to be a shift in the way we thought, and that was foremost. That was before we even got here. So what already the practice we had already put in, it was time to put that into play
Right.
once we got out here. So that's why I asked, like, how was your transition in terms of what you thought it was going to be versus what it was?
Right. I mean, you know, brothers like ourselves, we always read. So we was able to keep up with times, but it's different from actually living it. You know what I'm saying? When you actually thrown into it. And if we the brothers like ourselves, we responsible to help brothers coming out because everybody's not as fortunate. Uh Everybody doesn't know the resources that are available to them or what they can do. You know, because for me, if I didn't have the support system, I didn't just like right now while we late even coming on, I had to have help logging on. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
even knowing how to do certain small things like email addresses and working the phone, how to take your credit card and getting food or gas. Like these little small things that's so easy to civilians, normal day life, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying to us because again, not to be redundant, it's Flintstone. We used to cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
so it's a transition, but you have to be patient with yourself. And uh you have to put the ego to the side and be like, okay, I need help, bro. Can you help me, sis? Can you help me, or can you help me? Because I mean, if you don't have that help, man, you're gonna get frustrated. You know what I mean? And it's all about patience and forgiving yourself. Because coming out, you're gonna make little small mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because you learning. It's a learning
A-
curve there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, since you've come home, I've kind of, been just kind of, on the sidelines, just kind of watching your journey, right? So,
Hmm.
I just wanted to take a minute to salute you because I see you come out, you handling business, you trying to figure it out. When you don't know, you simply say, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because somebody help me figure this out. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
salute you to that because, it's humbling. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
we had to go pay debts to society. We come back in a lot
Hmm.
of ways. We're a little green. We lost. Um,
Real
you
great.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but we alpha men. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard for an alpha to show a chink in his armor and say, I don't know.
I don't know. But bro, that's part of our reform too. You know what I'm saying? Because uh we being alphas, we know everything because we always depended upon. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so you get a little arrogant with that. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
that arrogance can lead you to error. When sometimes, in my younger years, I might not even knew the answer, but I acted like it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, but that's not being real to yourself. And you're not gonna grow. You know what I mean? Like it's not a possible growth it's cool to say I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Learn, learn. But I
I
had to
pre-
salute you though, cause uh the work you putting in, bro. I admire it. It's inspirational, cause I didn't even hear about iron sharpen iron until like the last, I don't know, 7, 8 months that I was just, and I heard about the work you brothers was doing, man, and it made me want it made me see that I've been on the right journey. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
uh what I want to stress more to than anybody is that when you get on that path, man, you have to change the people that you associate with. You know what I'm saying? You have to
No
you
doubt.
have you have to put people around you that has the winning mindset. You know what I mean? Because the mindset that we had going in, the criminality that, and I'm not trying to knock nobody on their lifestyle. I'm not. But from what I seen, what I have experienced, that criminality lifestyle, that mentality is a loser mentality, bro. You gonna lose. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you had to be able to transition that, and seeing you brothers do that, man, it's so inspirational. You just don't know the impact that you brothers got or that y'all doing. And it made me want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because and to see you brothers change, and we all are not angels. You know what I'm saying? Like we if being older men, I'm ashamed of being some of the things that I've done. However,
Sir.
however, to if people see that you've changed, Blue, I mean J Fields, I'm sorry, you still that to
Yes, sir.
me. You know what I mean? In my heart.
No doubt. It's
But
all love.
but but you know, to be able to see that change in you and you see it in me and it's being authentic, it's real, it's possible. You don't have to live that life how we did. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm just grateful that y'all really not faking it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
that's what I love, man.
No doubt. No doubt. Uh, so it's crazy because I still get that. And I see y'all in the chat too. I see y'all with them comments, man. Y'all keep popping them in, man. Uh, I I always go from the what up, Megan? I see you. To where people still call me Blue a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I remember when I was at Miami and I was on the praise team and I had just performed a song. And in the song, I ended the song by telling everybody that from here on out, call me Marcus because Blue is dead to me, right?
Okay.
So I remember this youngster pulled up on me after the service was over with. And he came and when he approached me, he still called me Blue, right?
Right.
So, I was like, come on, bro. I just told you, woo, woo, woo. He said, hey, big bro. He said, with all due respect, I don't know Marcus.
Right.
He was like, Blue changed my life.
Right.
He said, the reason I'm over here in church is because of Blue,
Mm.
setting an example and giving me a light to follow.
Yeah.
So that's why when you say that, I'm like, it's all love, bro, because I know it's a lot of people that lives were impacted, both ways, negatively and to see the transition.
Mm.
That's where they was at. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
and I wrestle with that because I've understood. One of my OGs told me, how when you level up, everybody can't go with you. So
Absolutely.
when I leveled up and and came to this mentality where I was like, dang, that's crazy because I was Marcus most of my all of my childhood. And
Right.
at some point, I ran away from Jamarcus to chase Blue,
Yeah.
only to find myself back at Jamarcus. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
but you know what? Me and my one of my partners, man, we was getting the studio together, and my family, everybody in my family called me Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike or Michael. And
Hmm.
it'd be weird because I've been by Swisher for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And where I'm going with it is when you call Mike versus when you call Swisher, the difference. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like it's when you hear that, it's like, oh, okay, that's love. You know what I'm saying? But at the same breath, the same token, Swisher did help a lot of people too. You know what I mean?
No, no
Just
doubt.
like you did, like, you paid the way, man, to make it seem possible,
Right.
because uh a lot of when you start going down that transition, you kind of feel outcast because you got to start, and not to be redundant, you got to start checking the people you're around. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, why am I why am I even messing with him? Why am I even talking to him? The conversations are different, you
Right.
know? And to see brothers that's on the same level or same path that you on, it's food. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay, it fuels me. That's what fuels me. Like, man, all right. It's not a competition thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, I know I can do it. Cause
Right.
I know where this brother came from. You know what I mean? Or I know where this sister done did. You know what I'm saying? Like, these is real street people that's done changed their life. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
again, it's not to be bragging about or being proud of what I done or none of that, but in the same light, just to see the positive change, the positive impact that the lives you done saved, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's to be commended, like all you brothers. I hate to say this, but I know I'm about Tell G Low, Earl, all you brothers that's been on the righteous path for a long time, that's really, you know, doing law abiding citizen things. You know what I mean? Like, that's to be saluted, bro. That's to be saluted.
Right. That's what it do. Hey, I was sitting here laughing, at reading the chat, right? But I've been I've been laughing inside since the moment because my mom is on here, right? So
Yeah,
my mom was like blue with
yeah,
like a
yeah.
bunch of
Hey,
question marks, right?
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm
she
sorry.
not because she never met him.
You're right. Don't want to see him.
and don't want to see him. Facts.
Right.
Hey, so let me ask you this, man. Because we acknowledge that we came back to a totally different, foreign, if you will, world, right? So
Mhm.
although the transitions were maybe smoother than we thought, we had some great support systems, definitely appreciate that.
Oh
But
man.
what would you say is, I'm gonna pose this question two different ways. What would you say has been the biggest challenge thus far? And then what is something that you've come home to that absolutely bothers you? And not just about the world, but about this reentry
Oh.
that
Oh.
bothers you. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Because it's
Oh.
some stuff that's set up that,
Yeah.
like we don't look like what we've been through, but we also don't even look like what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? So I want to pose that in both of them directions.
So the first one, say the first question one more time.
What has
What
been your biggest struggle
my
since
biggest
you've come
struggle
home?
since I my biggest struggle, bro, has not been able to utilize my CDLs the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because of
Mhm.
the restrictions I have. You know, I had employment opportunities to be able to use them, but I can't because I can't go out of state. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And man, the what I hate, what I really hate about this system, and that's designed to keep us in chain, is that they taking away the vocations, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On the inside, like uh a brother can't come home and really provide for his family the way that he needs to. You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
employment, like if you have your barber license, or if you have your CDLs, or if you know how to a licensed chef, or cosmetology, or whatever these plumbing, electrician, these type trades, then you're gonna absolutely reduce recidivism, because now I'm not trying to uh catch up, so to speak, or be behind. I'm already behind the eight ball anyway. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm not making decisions based on living, because everybody, it's hard for to live with trades, let alone not having a trade. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I feel like the the justice system, as it's called, it needs to better educate brothers and better pave the way for people to come home and provide, you know, because that be the struggle, man. You know what I'm saying? That you're not contributing to your household the way you need to, or the way you want to. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
again, it goes back to you humbling yourself and being like, hey, can you I need help. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think right now uh there's nothing, no real adequate programs for people to come home after doing major time. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
uh but yeah, man, it's so much, man, that but the thing of it is, it's all there. It's just not being utilized, you know?
Right.
And they can 100% put, like, they have the Ivy text in there, but you gotta offer the right programs here. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, bro, I'm not professing to know how to save the world or none of that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But if we want to reduce crime, if we want to reduce recidivism, we have to 100% be able to provide trades, provide things. You know what I'm saying? Just like I can't go to a little youngster and say, man, put that down, or put this down, if I'm not replacing what I'm telling you to take. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense. So, the infrastructures of Indiana need to really uh come together and put in play the programming and the funding for brothers and sisters to be able to uh level up. And the only way you can level up is get these trades, because that was a great debate between Marcus Garvey, I mean, not Marcus Garvey, excuse me, uh W.E. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. Was the vocations or the degrees better?
Mhm.
And I have to humbly agree with Booker T. Washington, because everybody is not intellectually, unless you're going to be a lawyer, or a doctor, or one of them higher. PhDs levels. I mean, the trades you can really have a good living. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Booker T. Washington won that debate after seeing the years of data, as to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, again, not to be redundant, man, we have to try to find some way to really educate our brothers and our sisters when they coming home. And it's fine. Get a job. Get you a job. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But while you getting that job, while you working that job, get you a trade, man. You know what I'm saying? Get you a trade so you can really live and really
Hmm.
provide. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You already know education, like as a whole, is pivotal to me.
Oh, for sure.
Um, it's pivotal. You know, I was able to, of course, get my degree while I was incarcerated before they took it away.
Right.
So thankfully, God pushed me in the direction I needed to go in to
Yes.
cut the nonsense out so that I
Yes.
could catch that ride before it actually ended, right?
Absolutely.
Um, one of the greatest, moments of my life
Accomplishments.
was being able to graduate with my bachelor's degree, right? Like I
Absolutely.
I still
Yes.
wear that as a badge of honor and a badge of pride, right? Um,
Yes.
coming home, I also see the piece that you talking about with the trades. Like you gotta have a skill that you can use to carry you. Because like I came home 44 years old. Again, I
Right.
left at 18. So I was just starting work history at the age of 44.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like the typical aspirations of working a job, saving for retirement, piling up your 401k retirement, like that's not your scope when you coming home just starting work history at 44, right?
Absolutely not.
So, you know, I sat back one day and I just kind of looked like, okay, what options do I have for real
Right.
being out here? And I looked at the trade thing, and thankfully I was even able to get a couple trades towards the tail end.
Hmm.
Um, but that's the premise of guys coming home. Like we come home and like they want to push and usher us into factory and warehouse jobs.
I mean, yeah.
So,
You know why that is. You know
I
what I'm
mean, yeah,
saying?
the system is doing exactly what it was designed to do.
Yeah. I
You know what
mean,
I mean?
because you know when you doing trades, bro, you, okay, let's just say you pay 20,000 for a trade skill.
Hmm.
All right. Versus you paying 100, 200, $300,000 for this degree, right? So I pay this 20,000. I'm already gonna probably make 70, 80,000 that first year. You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. I'm gonna go ahead and knock my student loan out. Now I'm all the way balling for real, legitly. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my credit right, and I can really provide for my people or my family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they want you in the warehouses because you got to look at the cost of living. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, that it's just keeping you. It's keeping your mind trapped in living complacent. You know what I'm saying? Not really having fire or hope for something. You just really surviving. You know what I mean? Like you in survival mode. That's what you're doing. And I'm not talking. don't, bro. I'm not talking down. If that's what you gotta do, you gotta do that.
No
But
doubt.
while you doing that, get invest in yourself. Invest in, you know, find your passion. Whether it's cutting hair, man. Look, go get your CDLs. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the best opportunities for that right now, what I've seen is going to Indigo. You know what I mean? To get your CDLs, especially if you're a felon.
Right.
It ain't it. Start looking at these companies that are giving second chances, that are vested in their employees, that are willing to help you help yourself.
Yes, sir. So it was in the chat. I've been kind of trying to pay attention to what's going on in the chat. And um they talked about us being the new generation of builders,
Okay.
us setting an example, building these youngsters. And I know just a minute ago you was like um man, what was it you said? I done lost the thought that fast. Like being the example of taking a system to
Right.
replace a system.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. It taking a
Yeah.
system to replace a system and
Yeah.
not, being able. So, I'm kind of transitioning a little bit because I know with, the things we've been through, our stories, and like being transparent and putting ourselves out there, we got a lot of youngsters that are listening, kind of
Right.
seeing what we're doing with the opportunities, and even seeing how we respond to this Jetson world that's not easy to us. So it's like, like, okay, so like how they handling this when things
Hmm.
get rough. You know what I mean? So when
Right.
you look at the youngsters, and we've talked about, the getting the trade thing, but like say we dealing with a youngster
Yes, sir.
that's that's out there. Let's just say he gone. He sold on the streets. He getting money. He making money. He looking at us, but you have his attention.
Okay.
He's engaged in conversation. He's listening to you. What advice would you give him?
Okay. The first thing I would do, I wouldn't be trying to preach to him. I think
Right.
that's where we uh mess up at. I would I would just try to encourage him, man, to believe in himself. Because a lot of times little young men don't believe in themselves, bro. They follow something that's a dream. The elusiveness and the illusion of the streets, you know what I mean? The glitz and glamour, all that, but more importantly, man, I would encourage him to just follow his heart, what he, you know what I mean? Because all the youngsters, man, all they want to be heard, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And we haven't, unfortunately, uh Jay Fields, bro, we was taken away, and we wasn't, like, even with my son, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there to hear him. I wasn't there to uh be a father. You know what I'm saying? Or be a brother. Like, you know, I it took me a little second, just, with even with my sister, I had to realize, she was mad at me for a second because I allowed myself to be put in a situation to be taken away from my family. You know what I mean? So they don't have that OG like me and you had, to where we could go kick it with them and talk to them and get certain knowledge or certain wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The average, I hate saying this, you know what I mean? And this just seeing what's going on now. The average cat our age on the inside, bro, they not talking to them. They scared of these youngsters, man. You know what I mean? They us. We them. You know what I'm saying? We had to allow them the comfortability to be able to be like, hey, big bro, what you think about this? Or just it don't even have to be nothing. Just talking about some basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think the best wisdom that we can all give the youngsters is being that example. Don't just sitting up here talking about it. You feel me? Let's really just do what we saying. You know, and that in itself grabs the attention. I ain't gotta
Right.
walk. I don't have to walk around Indianapolis, Indiana, with no gun, no pistol, no nothing. I don't. It ain't that I'm no superhero, none of that. But I don't put myself that mind frame in that mode. You see what I'm saying? So we have to try to get him or her to start thinking a little bit more differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, but we can't force ourselves neither, bro. It's all about if they want it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they really want it, you know.
Absolutely. So we got one comment in the chat that says we make the youngsters stronger wisdom and they make us faster technology.
Absolutely.
um so no doubt. So Tyrone tapped in and said to show them how to alter their craft or what they see as a craft into something legitimate.
Mm,
So when I read that, that was what went on in my head.
mm,
Because we often talk amongst ourselves
yes.
about the life we come from and the transferable skills
Right.
that we were able to take from the way we used to live into a legitimate space. You know
Correct.
what I mean? They said if you can sell drugs, you can, I mean, if you can sell drugs, you can run a company.
Yeah.
You could be a
Yeah.
business person. If
Yeah.
you can lead an organization, you can lead a business.
500 company.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? It's the transferable skills, but we have to get them to see
Mm,
that picture.
absolutely.
And I think that was a good thing that you pointed out in the beginning of that was to not preach to them.
Nah.
They're getting enough of that.
They get enough of that.
They
Absolutely.
getting enough of that. And I often think and have to, remind myself, like, not only do they get enough of that, but like we got to understand that they're in the midst of these struggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm talking about these young boys.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
vast majority of them have been raised without their fathers.
Mm. And you see it. You know what I'm saying? I
And
mean, don't get me wrong. Women have done their part. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for us, and I'm talking about all us. When I'm saying men, it's time for us to do our part. You know, and it's time for us to not put ourselves in them situations to where we can be gone for stretches. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
We have to make ourselves available to our women and to our children so they can lean on us and be able to be like, hey, you know, I mean, it's cool to be a father, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I yearn for that with my child, with my son. You know, and that's another thing that this system has done. It's destroyed our families. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we 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 don't. I didn't have that chance with him to uh be there for his first walk, his first graduation, or eighth grade, sixth grade. You know, but that was the bad choices I made. You know what I'm saying? And now we as men, we have to, bro. We have to be there. And not to be redundant, man. Just don't be going out talking to these little kids or these little youngsters, preaching to them, man. They not it doesn't work. Cause if it worked, it'd have been solved. You know what I'm saying? They don't like with my little nephews, what I try to cause they all my nephews is like my sons, you know what I'm saying? You know, I try to be there for them when they want to talk to me, or just listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all they that's all they be wanting. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That manly that manly voice. Like, and I don't try to let them make that mistake, but I let them see, like, you do it your way, you gonna see what you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for your cushion. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for your
Right.
cushion, man.
Yes, sir. So Megan chimed in and said, "Power of choice,
Mm,
red pill or blue pill. It's time to wake to the strength and skills you have within, outside of what society offers everyday people." I love that someone said it's time to build,
mm,
and that's so real.
absolutely.
Same way our choices landed us in in the midst of our struggle, the environment we had to go through,
Yeah.
that wasn't part of the plan.
No.
We had to adjust to that in real time. The same way we gotta adjust to this in real time and figure it out constructively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Able to respond in the right manner over and over again. To always do the next right thing.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And one of the best things I feel we could do is lead by example.
most definitely, bro. Most
You know what I
definitely.
mean? Is lead by example and figure out, figure it out. We
Mm-hmm.
went to prison, we had never been under those conditions before. We had to
Nah.
learn how to survive. And we
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Same thing out here, man.
The same thing. I mean, but I there's no excuses no more. You know what I'm saying? Because
Facts.
uh we know what to do. It's all about applying what you knowing, it's easy to say this, that, and the third. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I could say that all day. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
But until I start picking up that pencil or reading that book or filling out this application to go to school, or it's all just talk. You know what I'm saying? We can't
Right.
just we can't just be talking, man. We gotta really do that and be there for one another, man. And part of building, you got to have the foundation. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like iron sharpen iron is the foundation, bro. That's just my thoughts. It's the foundation to be able for people to be able to go to that next level. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So they're the youngsters, or they can be the sticks or the 2x4s to frame in this house. You know what I mean? Like, we can't, all these different organizations, that we got going on, bro. We got to come together, you know what I'm saying? And utilize our power, and it's not just one cause. It ain't just about uh re-entry. It is, but it's also about the gun violence. It's also about saving the little shorty from going to CPS, and I mean, these type things, bro. I mean, we gotta just come together as a whole and just listen to each other, man. Just be there.
Absolutely. So share with us a little. Where you at in your journey right now? Like what's next for you? Uh,
Well,
where you headed?
okay. I appreciate you asking me that, man. Like, I uh I got an interview with DPW next Wednesday. Uh I got I just got a studio for people to do their podcast at Gallery A. I'm also doing some little real estate with Indie Innovative, uh, doing transportation with Joyful House, AR Logistics. I mean, I'm a little everywhere right now, bro. You know what I mean? Just trying to.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just trying to. How we used to hustle in the wrong way. I'm hustling
Hmm.
legitimately. You know what I'm saying? You know how we used to be over here and over and there and that. I'm doing it just legitly now. You know, whether it's with the houses, whether it's with logistics, whether it's with home care, whether it's with the studio. I mean, it's just hopefully it all come together at one time. You know what I mean?
Hmm. No, no doubt, no doubt. Like I said earlier, I see you putting in the work, right?
Yeah,
I see you. You know, I see how you move, the conversations we have. Like I see it, man. So you know, I see you. Keep up the good work, man.
I
Uh,
appreciate you, bro. I appreciate
and
your support, man. You, soon as I came home, bro, you reached for me, and you and my cousin Tyrone. I appreciate y'all. Hotel, y'all reached for me, and y'all made sure I was cool, man. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
you know, y'all made sure I was really talking what I was walking, though. You know what I'm saying? And
facts.
and but yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna do my part, man. You know, uh, I'm gonna keep building. That's all I can do, man. You know,
Hmm.
yeah,
And that's the thing, man. Like, and we gonna continue to build with you. You
I-
know that's the thing. And that's what we supposed to do. You know, when guys come home, man, like we supposed to hold them accountable for who they say they are. You know what I mean?
most definitely.
And yeah,
And y'all
and make
doing that.
sure,
Y'all 100
yeah,
percent doing that. y'all really 100% doing that, man. And I love y'all for that, man. You know,
yeah,
and I ain't mean to be rude because I cut you
you
off,
good.
bro. But that is something that we have to start doing more of, and that's holding each other accountable. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You know, if you really love your brother, if you really love your sister, you know what I'm saying, you will stand on them and be like, hey, do that. Make sure you know what I mean, like, hey man, that's to me, that's love, man. That's love.
Yes, sir. And that's, we often talk about, you know, the type of people you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with like-minded people, y'all headed in the same direction, you know, and that's what we stand on, like we're stronger together. You know what
Almost
I mean? So
definitely,
we gonna help each other build, you know what I mean? The thing of it is like we didn't wasted enough time. Like ain't
man.
nobody got no more time to waste. You know what I mean? Uh, and like we so passionate about this work that we do. Like we invest 100%.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It
So
shows. It shows. It definitely
yeah,
shows, bro.
so and we invest 100%. You know what I mean? And so it's good to know that you know your that individual is worth the investment.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate y'all doing that, investing in me, bro. I really do. And don't think like the other facilities that's iron, sharpen iron that has not hit yet, that's not being talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's being talked about around the whole state. You know, it's making a positive impact on people, man. And it's I really, bro, I really think people are tired, you know? Like I didn't start really I was like maybe almost 18, 17, 18 years in my bit till it really started clicking to me like, hey, this ain't working. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And uh now people have a chance when they first fall to really be able to see that it ain't working.
right.
You know what I mean? Like it so I commend y'all great work, man. And I can't wait till I'll be able to go back into the facilities too. But I still got I still got 20 some more months before they even is possible, you know. But I'm
Why
ready to.
why you
I'm
why
ready.
why you say that?
Because you know my stipulations, bro. Like you know, I have. They don't want me having no contact because of why I got violated. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have no contact with the prisons or none of that. You know. So until I can get off parole all the way, then uh, I mean, unless it I'm not gonna put no hindrance on what the creator can do when you, especially when you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying as of right now, I can't go in there. You know, but I can't wait to be a testimony to what not only we doing, but what positive change can do. Cause when you do right, right stuff follows, bro. I'm telling you.
All
I'm
the
walking.
time.
I'm walking it. You know what I'm saying? Like the doors start opening that you don't even believe is possible when you start uh doing positive change. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So let me chime in real quick. Uh, absolutely, Butia. You know it. Quit reading me. So that was the reason I asked you that, right? So Darvis and Tyrone Butia all the chimed in. So Darvis said we can fix that. Don't even trip.
I mean, hey,
So
you
so
like I
so so
said,
so Tyrone, like, yeah, that part. Tell him we said that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because as soon as you said it, that's why I had to ask you, like, why do you say that? Because in
no,
my mind, I'm humored by it because I'm like, yeah, we get ready to tap dance all on the double head with this one.
right, and I hope we can because I mean I'm just saying the stipulations they got on me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Yeah.
you know uh I mean, you all know why I got violated. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Uh,
facts, but God did.
right.
That's all I'm
Like,
gonna say. God did. Just just,
absolutely.
just get
And
ready.
I give him the praise and the glory, man. I know it's gonna,
Absolutely.
it be possible. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, you know, hey, we gonna make it shine. Cause I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my
Absolutely.
part.
Hey, and I seen Misty had just put in a comment. I forgot earlier. I seen she had added a comment about the Indigo and the work with driving in terms of employment opportunities. And she chimed in about individuals incarcerated doing the last mile uh program.
Mm,
And I didn't get the opportunity to take the last mile myself, but I know a lot of individuals that have or that are involved in it now when we go back into the facilities. And that last mile is one of those pieces that will help when it comes to that technology. So
mm,
it's about coding and understanding technological systems, right?
mm,
Um, so I wanted to put that on the table for anybody that's on here that's seen that in the chat, that has somebody that may be incarcerated um, to kind of talk to your loved one that may be incarcerated and encourage them to look into that last mile,
mm,
to get into that, especially if they have the time to get into it, to complete it, and to get that under their belt. And I think that will help further advance them when it comes to that technology um component. And then, for those that are outside that's, wanting to drive, Lisa said that she can help anyone wanting to pursue Indigo. Um, and y'all can see it in there. I don't know if you want to tap in your tag or how they can contact you, Lisa. Give them a social media tag or something where they can reach out to you, or y'all can reach out to me and I can connect the dots for y'all. Um, so yeah, bro. I always know when we get into these conversations, man, they get to going, they get to getting good, and that hour fly by, right?
man, well, it went quick.
Um, Yeah,
It was a little sketchy, yo. I was a little panicky, bro. I was a little
hey,
panicky about this technology, bro. Like,
with
hey man, you gotta forgive me, bro.
Hey, no apologies needed. None of that. Like we good. We to the beat. Like things happen exactly the way they supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And when you're on the cusp of getting ready to do something great, powerful, impactful, the enemy is always gonna try to throw a monkey wrench in there, man. So the enemy
Great
did
wisdom,
not
bro.
want our voices to be heard tonight. He did not want this conversation to go forth. You know what I mean? And it's not the first time I done dealt with something like that.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, last season, this happened every Wednesday, bro,
Okay.
because they didn't want us to get on here, didn't want us to go live, didn't want the impact to be had for this word to get out, man. But like the doors that God opened, man, can't nothing close those, bro.
Yeah.
So, even if we gotta work it out and we start 10 minutes late, that's what it's gonna be, man. Like those that's supposed to be here, gonna be here, and we gonna continue to do our thing. Butia said it's like chess, bro. You know how it is, man.
Hey
You
man,
know
you
what I
know,
mean?
I'm ready to pound. I'm ready to pound. Hey, it's this one brother. He got me the other day, man. I couldn't believe it. He got me. I'm
on
ready
the
for
on the
all
board.
challenges on that board, man. Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Say, got you.
he
Let,
got he got me, man. I was upset too, though. But I done learned to smile and laugh about it now. Like
that
yeah,
part.
I love it, man. Anybody
That
looking for
part.
a good chess game, which we should teach the youngsters, man, because that game ultimately changed my life, Jay Fields, because I was able to learn the consequences in each move.
Hmm.
So it's second nature to me now to be able to think about my move. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Before I do it. Like what if I do this right here, what is gonna actually happen? Who is it gonna affect? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. So before we get out of here, man, any last words? Anything you want to tell the people?
Uh
Floor is
we
yours, man.
we got this look for Mean Girls too. Uh it's a YouTube station. Mean Girls, look for that. Uh Man, just keep striving, y'all. I appreciate you, Jay Fields. I appreciate all the women and iron men for giving me a chance. The Valadius movement as well. Josh, I appreciate you. Uh, I think we on to some bigger and greater things, man. And I'm not gonna stop until we get a lot of reform going on in Indiana. I'm gonna do my part. If anybody needs some advice, I'm not proclaiming to know everything. I don't, but I can find the answer for us. You know what I mean? Let's lean on each other and help each other. Let's be like Sojourner Truth and them get that elevator and pull each other out of that slump. You know what I'm saying? Let's get out of that fog and that the street mentality, man, and change it into a positive aspect, a positive business adventures. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
please, 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 please look into the trades, man. Look and don't let none of these felonies that you got define you. Let that be gone. Let that be your past. Let's rise above that. Don't let that be no excuse or no hindrance on your progress. I appreciate you, bro, and I love y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love you too, bro. Um, Once again, man, thank y'all for tapping in this evening. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna continue to build, man. This is gonna be a real interesting and powerful season, man.
For sure.
Diving into the backgrounds and the stories of the Iron Men, um, some of the brothers that's walking this journey out with us, some of the women that's on board and walking this journey out with us. It's going to be powerful, man. So y'all continue to tune in. In between time, you can always catch us Iron Sharpens Iron, WAST.org. And check out the website, check out the calendar, see what different events we got going on, and just where we at and what we got going on. And if you want to get involved, we got ways that you can volunteer your services, that you can help. If you have aspirations of being an Iron Man, plug in with us. You can also catch us on social media, but Elevate and Illuminate the Empowerment Podcast. We here, same place, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we get up out of here, um, there was a comment where somebody said they liked that your background was dope. So are you in the studio you was telling them
Yes,
about?
sir.
Are you in the studio right
I'm
now?
I'm in it, baby. I'm in it.
Okay, tell them about that background and what you got going on, man,
Okay,
because they like it.
that's about my money TV. I'm that's the backdrop. The mean girls are not. It's that's the hey, we in here. Whether you want to do a podcast or uh photos photo shoots, we come here. Studio Gallery A. Look it up.
That part. Hey, and everybody in the chat, man, that sent they love, man. Like
Man,
everybody,
tell them I said love, man. I
they
appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, bro,
absolutely.
man.
Yes, sir. You know it, man. It's always is, always will be love, man. Hey, Tyrone said the studio. He said, where is it at?
It's on 6108 uh Ben Plaza Drive.
Six-
Suite B 213.
6108 Plaza Drive.
Yeah,
Say sweet again.
213 B.
Suite 213B, 6108 Plaza Drive.
Yes, sir.
Y'all heard it. Y'all see what it is. Let's get it. I'm liking the setup too, man.
Man, you
You
can
know what I
come up
mean?
here. You can come up here and shoot it, and it'd be more. You can have you can have the Iron Men or Iron Women come up here, baby. It's yours.
Hey, say less. I'm in my head playing chess. I'm thinking my next move. We gonna talk in a minute.
Yes, sir. Let's do
All
it.
right, man. Y'all have a good evening, man. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Love is love. Iron sharp as iron. We are stronger together. Let's get it.
Let's get it.